Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this week's video. If you guys have any dogs out there or have anybody that you know who have dogs and you want to get rid of some leftover bacon fat, some bruised apples, just want it to be nice and make them some dog treats, these are some healthy dog treats that I've made before. Super duper easy. You don't need to really worry about the steps of combining. You can see here that I just put everything into a bowl and mixed it. I didn't really do it with any steps. I'm sure that there's probably a better way of doing this with mix all your dry ingredients and then all your wet ingredients. I don't know, but honestly, they're going to dog. It doesn't really matter. You just want everything to combine together and you want it to form a dough that is pliable enough that you can roll it out, so you don't want it being sticky. I poured a lot of flour on the table. You do not have to do this. My mixer did not fit all of the dough, so it was really sticky and I couldn't put any more flour in the mixer. So what I did is I just kneaded the sticky dough into the rest of the flour that was needed. You can also do this if you haven't gotten it to the right consistency. I will be putting the portions down below in the description, but honestly, you can just eyeball it, get it to the right dough consistency, and you're fine. Some of these ingredients you don't have to put in. You can use water instead of coconut milk. I use coconut milk because it's good for dogs' immune systems and really good for their skin and coat as well. And then I added in some flaxseed, which is good for their skin and coat because of the omegas in there, but you don't need to add that if you don't want to. The apples, carrots, flour, and bacon fat, and then eggs is the main ingredients of this recipe. You can add other things that your dog likes. Also, you can change the flour to whole wheat flour. I thought I had it, but I ended up only having all-purpose flour, but you can do whole wheat flour. You can do whatever flour you want to do. So just roll out your dough to the thickness that you want. I said here 1/4 to a 1/2 inch. Honestly, you don't have to do this thin or thick. It doesn't really matter, but it will change your baking time. So just keep that in mind. If you're having thicker cookies or biscuits for your dog, then you're going to increase your time. And if they're thinner, then you're going to decrease your time. But I set the time for 300 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's a little bit more of a slower bake. It just dries out the biscuit a lot better, I thought. I did try it at 425 with my first batch, and I noticed that they burned a lot quicker on the outside, but the inside was still gooey, and that's not kind of what I was looking for. You can use any cookie cutter you want, but obviously if it's a bigger cookie cutter, it might take a little bit longer to dry out in the oven. Also, a tip you can do is if you get it to a consistency where it's almost the right crispiness, but it's still a little bit doughy, you can turn off your oven but leave them in the oven. Just let your oven cool down with them in it. Sometimes that will just add a little bit of extra time to dry out. You can freeze these. They freeze very well because of the bacon fat in them. I am freezing them and giving them as Christmas gifts. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you learned a little bit from this video or just enjoyed making dog treats for your friends and family or for your dog. Comment below if your dog loved these or if you changed the recipe at all. Also, comment below if you have any recommendations on what you want to see me bake.